Hello and welcome to the Matrix video tutorial series. Today we will be talking about how to generate quick stats. Now the topics for today's video are: what are quick stats, what information will be shown on a quick stats report, how to generate the quick stats from your searches, and how to print the quick stat reports that you generate. Now first off, what are quick stats? Quick stats are a quickly generated report that can look at information from groups of listings that you can perform a search on. It can be as wide as the entire board or as narrow as a single neighborhood or price point. Now when the report is generated, it will be broken down by either status type or by their neighborhood and style. Now what information is going to be shown on these quick stat reports? Well, you're going to get the minimum, maximum, average, and sum of bedrooms and bathrooms, square foot totals, list price versus square footage ratio, sales price versus square footage ratio, days on market, list price versus original list price percentage, and sales price versus original list price percentage. Now that we've talked about what quick stats are and what information will be displayed once we run our quick stat report, let's talk about how we're actually going to generate those quick stat reports. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do when generating a quick stat report is perform a search to get the listings to perform that stat report on. Now this search can be anything from any property type to any criteria. Anything that you can perform a search on, you can generate a quick stats report on. Now once you've done your search and set up your criteria, you go to the results screen and select the desired listings to run this stat report on. Alternatively, you can also click on the All link at the top of the search results to select all of the listings, including ones that are not currently on the page. Once you have selected the listings to run the stat report on, click on the Stats button below the results and then click on the tabular link. This will take you to your stats report. Now that we've gone over the steps of how to generate a quick stats report, let's look at it in action. So I already have a criteria set up here in my search, and I'm looking for my sold pending and sold closed listings within the last 180 days in Oakville. After I've set that criteria, I'm going to click on the Results tab up at the top to take me to the results of that search. And now that I have my results, I can click the All button to select all of the listings, and then go down to the bottom, click Stats, and then click Tabular. This will take me to my stats report where I can see all of that information that was discussed earlier. Now by default, it's going to take me to this display where I'm going to see all of the listings broken down by their status types and the total under the status All. We can change this though, so that it's broken down by neighborhood. If we select the drop-down box up here and then select the option for sales stats by municipality, neighborhood, and type, that will break down those results by the neighborhood and the style of building. Now to print our stats, we click on the Printer Friendly button down at the bottom, which will take us to a display that doesn't have all of the tabs or anything else on it, and then we can use our browser's print functionality to print that report off, either Control or Command P, depending on if you're using a Mac or a PC. Thank you for joining us in this video in the Matrix video tutorial series. And now for a quick lesson recap. Today we learned how to generate quick stats by following these steps. First, you perform a search on any criteria. Then you go to the results page and select the listings that you wish to run the stat report on. Alternatively, you can click All to select all of the listings that were found. Then you click the Stats button at the bottom of the page and then click on the tabular link. You can then, if you want to print the report, click the Printer Friendly button and then use your browser's print feature to print off the stat report. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to you viewing more of these video tutorial series.